Welcome back to Origami Snowman. Gus is here, meowing at me, wanting to snuggle. But I'm a bit okay. God, okay. There's a cat. There we go. There's a cat between me and my phone, but we made it work, guys. We made it work. So Gus he's still wandering around meowing. Billy's somewhere judging his brother, but they're fine. That's not even the point. Hi, how's everybody doing? I'm doing great. Okay. So the whole point of this video is twofold. One, I got to make some content. The algorithm has forgotten about me. Two, this thing happened today, and I want to talk about it. Bit of a victory for old Matt today. I made a mature decision. Yeah, that's me done for the year. So let's do a little housekeeping real quick. Today's the last day of school. I received some really sweet gifts from, some of my kids, cards and stuff like that. One of my favorite passengers wrote me a very sweet letter, drew some really awesome fan art of characters from Secretly Kings. That was very, very awesome. Said just the nicest things about me that I honestly hope I can live up to. I know that there will be other letters coming from other people who are also some of my favorites. All my favorite kids, they do stupid things, like they graduate, and then I don't get to have them on my bus anymore. Whatever, it's fine. Moving on. Today also, remember, I don't know if you guys remember, I made a video called It's Okay to Want Things, or something like that. I don't remember. I don't pay attention to my own content. And that all stemmed from a nomination I received for Driver of the Year. And man, I wanted that bad. I really did. I didn't get it. I did not get Driver of the Year. But let me just say something. Having been nominated, yeah, very flattering. They always say, oh, it's just an honor to be nominated. It really is. But I was afraid that I would feel bitter when someone else got it. And the person who got it, so deserving, absolutely. She's actually the one I voted for. So much more deserving than I. And I think everyone knew she was going to get it. We all expected it. And we were all very happy for her. She's a wonderful person. But I was worried that I was going to not take the news well. But I did take the news well. I actually was very happy for her. And I think that kind of stemmed from me being able to acknowledge that I did, in fact, want the thing. Sometimes, you in a situation where you got nominated for an award, you don't get the award, and you say, well, I didn't even want it. I didn't want it anyway. And it hurts because you haven't dealt with the emotion of wanting it. And it's such a small, normal emotion. You just want it. Just go ahead and admit it. And then when you don't get it, it's somehow, I don't understand it, it's just easier to deal with not getting it. So that's a new thing for me. That's not even the thing. That's not even the win. That wasn't even that wasn't even the Matt was mature today thing. So back in, oh boy, when my son was passing from 5th grade into middle school, that whole year, I don't remember what year it was. So a number of years ago, like 9, maybe, I don't know. That was a hard year. Okay. It started with the passing of Robin Williams. And now I know that doesn't sound like much. Oh, a celebrity died. He was my celebrity. Ever since I had been a little kid, Mork and Mindy, I adored Mork and Mindy. I had a Mork and Mindy sleeping bag. I loved that show. Everything that Robin Williams did, I was a fan of. He helped me through a lot. Just loads of things. I love movies. It's kind of how I see the world through the lens of storytelling. And, he carried me through a lot of tough times. So for him to have passed the way he did, I didn't understand. We were all very shocked and surprised. And I cried when he died. So a few months later, my own father passed. I didn't cry. That's not why we're here to talk about. But over the next year, we lost a lot of people in our lives. Aunts, grandparents, pets. I mean, it was just, it was like a boulder just tumbling down a mountainside wiping out trees and houses and villages, and just every time you thought it was going to stop, it got more momentum and it kept going and it found another slope and we lost somebody else. I mean, it was just non-stop. That year, we did not stop grieving for a minute. It was just constant. And it all accumulated in the passing of my brother-in-law, who chose to take his own life. That was, no joke, the worst day of my life. It was absolutely heartbreak. I mean, just if you've ever gone through anything like that, you'll understand it. Everything came to a screeching halt in our lives. So for a year, we were dealing with loss and heartache, only to be faced with what was probably the greatest loss that we've ever experienced as a family. So that being said, I was going through a lot of stuff, trying real hard to, keep it together, trying to keep, socially connected and just emotionally well. And, it was hard. However, there were some people who they had other things going on in their lives, and that's fine, as people do. But the thing is, one person in particular did not appreciate that I wasn't as present in his life as he thought I should have been. And he wrote a very long, very, we'll say, it was a list of grievances, and ended up telling me that I was a bad friend. And he was no longer going to associate with me. So, after the year that we had, we were working on healing. We were trying to kind of scrape together the ashes that had been the norm of our lives. This guy told me that because I didn't like certain pages he had started on Facebook, and I hadn't gone to an event that he had planned, instead of going to this event, we had just donated money to the cause. There were all these things that he complained about. He'd said that I had invited a friend over to hang out via text, and that friend was on vacation. I hadn't realized that they were on vacation. They were out of town. And he said, "You invited so-and-so over. You never invited me over. You know how I know you invited him over? Because I was on vacation with him." And my thought was, neither of you invited me on your vacation. I was inviting him over to watch a movie and have pizza. I didn't ask him to go out of town with me, and it was just some really not petty. They were his grievances. They aggrieved him. However, from my perspective, he didn't really have any genuine reason to be complaining. I'm very sorry that I didn't do all those nice fun things that you wanted, but I'm over here trying to keep my family together. So sorry, you're going to have to take a bit of a backseat. Also, I would like to point out that not once in that nightmare of a year did he contact me to see how I was doing, or even to say, "Hey, I'm so sorry for your loss." But here's the thing. I was the bad friend. Okay. I don't know if you can tell by my tone, but I've held on to that. Anyway, so after the award ceremony, where I did not get the award, I had to hurry up and leave and go to my daughter's school where she was having an award ceremony of her own. And while we were waiting outside, so the different grades, like the parents come and they sit in the cafeteria, they do the awards, and then they leave, and then the next grade comes in, all the parents and all that. So we're standing outside waiting for the 8th grade parents to be admitted into the school, and he steps out of the shadows and he walks up to me. I haven't seen this guy in years. He walks up to me and goes, "Hey, how you doing?" Ooh, I wanted to tell him how I was doing, but I thought, this is ridiculous. It has been such a long time. And truth be told, I've not felt the absence of this person in my life the way he probably thinks I did. Maybe I should tell him that. No. I greeted him not super warmly. I wasn't like, "Hey man, how you doing?" I just, "Hey, how are you?" And I shook his hand, and we chatted for a few minutes, and he wandered off back to where his wife was standing. And I I could have said a lot of things. I could have been colder, but I wasn't, because in all honesty, I didn't feel it. I remembered all those things that he said, all of the accusations, all of the unfounded grievances, but I didn't really think they were that important. You know, life moves on. And at some point, you're going to have to deal with the words that you said to other people. And it doesn't really matter if you think you're justified. You're still going to have to deal with those. You're going to have to remember that you were that kind of person. And in all honesty, I have not always made the right decision in moments like that. But I did today, and I'm telling you, it feels pretty good to look back on that and not have any regrets. Because I've never been proud of myself for being rude. Never. Never. I've never gone, yeah, that'll show him. Woo, good job, Matt. High fives all around. You deserve a treat. I've never once been satisfied with my behavior after treating someone the way I thought they needed to be treated. Never, ever. In fact, usually I walk away thinking, I am just the worst kind of child. And today I didn't. I just had a nice, pleasant adult conversation. It was very shallow, yes. However, it wasn't rude. Or I didn't think it was. I'm sure he'll send me a letter later telling me that I didn't congratulate him on whatever dumb thing he's doing. And here's the crazy thing. He's, at the moment, kind of a big deal on TikTok. He's got quite a lot of followers. People know him, like, from TikTok. Not like, oh yeah, we used to go to church together or whatever. So he's somewhat of an influencer, which makes it harder even to look at his stupid face. But whatever, it's fine. Now, normally I would have been like, hey, you interested in driving a school bus? And I would have made a whole show of trying to get him to drive for me. But, guy, I'm telling you, at the moment, I am the only trainer in our district, and so I'd have to deal with him. So I don't think I'm prepared for that. I'm not that mature, you guys. I didn't grow up that much all of a sudden. But anyway, my encouragement to you is, even though they deserve it, don't give it to them. Don't be rude. Don't relive the horrible things that people did. If they're willing, give them the opportunity to move past the hurts they caused you. It's just another form of forgiveness. That's my advice to you. Anyway, hope you guys have an amazing... Oh, dang it. I was hoping that would go right in and I could just end the video, but now I got to do this. Hope you guys have an amazing day. I hope you found some kind of value in this video. I know I sure did. All right, now I got to go to work. It is the last route of the last day of the school year. I'm going to be an emotional wreck. I'm going to cry my little eyes out. I know I do. I do every year. Anyway, that is all. I love you guys all to pieces, and I hope you have a great day. So long, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.